sponsor, The Health Blaze, at thehealthblaze.com. 100% all natural products from lotions, soaps, foot soaks, bath bombs, and much, much more. Use the promo code Goodfella1Boxing. Tell them your boy CJ Goodfella sent you, get 18% off. We out. All right, man, we back. Goodfella Sports TV. Billy Joe Saunders blasts Canelo, potential next opponent. But let's get into the Demetrius Andrade news. They got the local dummy boxing community fan base upset. Demetrius Andrade signs a 4-fight deal with Matchroom and DAZN. Let's talk about it. We back. Goodfella Sports TV. Hit the subscribe button, bell icon button. Share the videos. Appreciate the love and support. I never seen a boxing into this era. New ignorant fans like the local dummy box community came right now, where people got mad at who signed to a different promotional network. Demetrius Andrade is not obligated to sign to Al Heyman. He's not obligated to sign to Top Rank. He's not obligated to sign to anybody but who he wants to sign with. And that's the best deal for him. And people say, well, why did he sign to DAZN? Well, DAZN got the same fights that Jermall Charlo chasing. All right? The same fighters that Jermall Charlo wanted to come and do a one-fight deal with DAZN. Or on DAZN. Canelo, Golovkin, if you want to move up, Billy Joe Saunders, Callum Smith, Canelo up there as well, too, kind of doing his thing at middleweight and super middleweight. So, really, it is what it is. Demetrius Andrade said he opened to fighting Derevchenko next. Derevchenko done business on his own. He ranked number 1 for Jermall Charlo. Like I said, he can do whatever he wants to do. It makes no difference. But people get mad because he signed with Eddie Hearn. Well, I heard he was getting $4 million to fight. Charlo ain't getting no $4 million to fight. Jermall Charlo just started making $1 million last year. This is a dude that's a 2-time world champion that just started getting 8 figures last year. 7 figures last year. Demetrius Andrade is, they doing the same amount of fights. They doing the same caliber of fights. Demetrius Andrade probably getting 3 times more than what he getting, if not more. I'm not here to count pockets, but it's bait. Sometimes you gotta kind of show these dudes. You know what I'm saying? Andrade was getting the bag over there. It's a reason why Danny Jacobs left from PBC, got with Eddie Hearn, and went to DAZN. But that's their business. Long story short, they offered Charlo $7 million to come over to DAZN. I heard they was willing to go as high as 10 for him to come to fight Demetrius Andrade. He openly said that he did not want to fight Demetrius Andrade. His coach, his mentor, Ronnie Shields, openly said they do not want to fight Demetrius Andrade. That's what it came out their mouths. They said that. They said that, no, we only want to fight Canelo and Golovkin. Cool. You don't want to fight a southpaw because Trout gave you problems and Korobov really beat you, gave you problems. Cool. But nobody put pressure on Jermall Charlo for openly ducking the fade. That's before they even offered the contract. But Demetrius Andrade said Eddie Hearn basically kept his promise. I link article in the description from ESPN. Said that Eddie Hearn kept him active. He said, before the activity he had last year, I think he fought 3 times in 8 months or something, they were saying. He kind of said to himself that these dudes probably could beat me, but now that I'm active, I'm back sharp, that they can't nobody beat him. And he looking like the boogeyman of the division. Now, sometimes the boogeyman is the boogeyman of the division because they scary, they tough to beat. But a lot of times it's politics. Like people were saying Golovkin was the boogeyman of the middleweight division, but he wasn't offering people no money. Boo Boo was offering Charlo big good money, and it's a good money that Golovkin gonna get and Canelo gonna get, and they not taking it. Then he the boogeyman. But does that mean he gonna whoop all 3 of them? Absolutely not. Charlo, Golovkin, and Canelo can all beat Demetrius Andrade. Never said he was bulletproof. Never said he was invincible. Never said he the greatest. But he got really, really sharp and good skills. He long. He rangy. Good fighter. He beat Korobov way easier than Danny Jacobs did. I thought Selecki. I thought Selecki beat Danny Jacobs, but it is what it is. He fight next Thursday, Luke Keeler, Super Bowl weekend, or the eve of Super Bowl weekend. So in Miami, so it is what it is. But it's his personal business. He got a lot of things that's going on. Somebody was telling me other than the deal with Eddie Hearn, and Eddie Hearn really got Demetrius Andrade out of a jam without telling his business. So Demetrius Andrade had a lot of things going on that complicated his ability to sign with certain people. He was a big risk to sign because of some business decisions that he made in boxing that wasn't so good. And like I said before, when you're young, you get money, you don't read the contracts or you don't make the smartest decisions, these things tend to happen. Look at the guy named Ryan Martin, who Josh Taylor fought. He was supposed to be the next best thing in boxing. He signed a deal with SMS Promotion and 50 Cent, where 50 Cent got a percentage of his endorsement deals. You know, where they do that in boxing at? And he's still paying 50 Cent to this day. You know, so Demetrius Andrade was in a jam with his situation, and Eddie Hearn pretty much bailed him out. So it's a lot of things that y'all say, oh, why did he sign to him and then sign here? Why did Devin Haney go here? Eddie Hearn, you know, Eddie Hearn ain't that bad, bro. It's people making it seem Eddie Hearn ain't that bad. And if it's the situation whereas he not that bad because he need these fighters, but he bailing some fighters out of some bad situations, man. And Demetrius Andrade is one of them. He helping Devin Haney out a lot. So, you know, it is what it is. This is prerogative. He can sign to who he wants to sign to. I don't understand why people are so upset. Charlo don't want to fight. So it is what it is. Charlo the one that got across the street anyway. You know, he fighting on Showtime. Showtime ain't paying no money. They barely get Danny Garcia even Ida Rednick. You know what I'm saying? They barely can afford the fights they getting. They a showbox. You know, that's the only thing they got, a showbox. They a farm system. And Al Heyman is doing Steven Espinoza raw. Go look at the Boxing Voice interview he was on last night in. He was about to cry. You know, he was truly about to cry. And he getting done raw over there, man. So, like I said before, Demetrius Andrade fought on Showtime before, too. They had an opportunity to lock him up to the deal. They didn't do it. So how can you get mad at a guy who making 3 or 4 times more than Charlo probably making and signing back to Eddie Hearn, who really bailed him out of a bad situation? See, everybody looking at it on the surface. I used to be like that, look at it on the surface and be mad at fighters for going over here. But just because you signed a PBC don't mean fights going to happen. Look at Charlo and Hearn. Didn't happen. Charlo and J-Rock didn't happen. Upsets happened. They not really urging on making big fights happen. They in the marination business. So, like I said anyway, Charlo can always come over to the zone and get the bag. If not, they can match the offer. And Eddie said he had sent him over there. But Demetrius Andrade was a free agent. But he had intentions on signing back to Eddie Hearn because Eddie Hearn, you know, got him out of a jam, man. So Eddie Hearn did right by him. So that's loyalty right there. So that is what it is. And some of y'all won't understand because y'all don't know the business of boxing or y'all don't see behind the scenes. But let's talk a little bit about Canelo and Billy Joe. Billy Joe posted this up here and he tagged the zone on Instagram and he goes and put Murata's record against his record, which he's 29-0. Murata is 16 wins and 2 losses. The losses were some in Japan versus Nadam, who Peter Quillen knocked out, but they said it was a robbery in his own home country. And I think he came back and got his comeuppance and beat Nadam. And then his other loss was to Rob Brandt, where he got easily outboxed in Vegas. He came back and knocked out Rob Brandt over in Japan. And he looks like a totally different fighter in Japan. You know what I'm saying? Looks stronger. He got more endurance. You know what I'm saying? He looked more polished. He looked more comfortable at home. Take that how you want to take it. You want to take it as the Pacquiao thing, how he looked versus Mayweather, and how he looked versus Keith Thurman. You know, orange juice and no orange juice. However you want to take it. But Billy Joe Saunders is poking fun at Canelo Alvarez. Oscar De La Hoya saying, well, I don't know who made it up that Billy Joe Saunders was the front runner. Well, he was. You know, Oscar ain't always going to be truthful. You know what I'm saying? Oscar not always going to be truthful, man. That's just the God honest truth. You know, he going to tell you some of the truth or a little bit of the truth or whatever the situation may be. But Billy Joe Saunders was asking for too much money. You see Canelo giving Danny Jacobs 15. You see Canelo giving Kovalev 12. That wasn't even the guy on the part of the network. And it's part of Kovalev deal. He got a 3-fight deal or whatever, 2-fight additional deal to retire on his own, probably. But, you know, it is what it is. You know, people going to be upset. People gonna make their opinion about whatever the situation gonna be, what he fighting. But this is Canelo's era. Now, Canelo didn't earn it. You know what I'm saying? Canelo didn't earn it like he didn't earn it like Floyd and Pacquiao did. They for sure truly earned they spots, and they earn the right to cherry pick, or they earn the right to pick their opponents. But you know what? There's 20-30 million people over there in Japan who knows who Murata is. Canelo want to establish himself as a global icon. He's really, really big over in Mexico. He fought on free TV. Going over to Japan can grow his brand. And then the Billy Joe and Callum Smith fight, maybe in 2021, he could fight the winner of that. I understand Golovkin is next, but you know what? It don't really matter to me who Canelo fight no more. You know what I'm saying? It's the God honest truth, because I feel like whoever Canelo fight ain't got a dying chance in hell at beating him. That's a $330 million man. Now, Murata might have the best chance at beating him, not because Murata a better fighter than Saunders, Andrade, Charlo, you know, or whoever else out there, you know, Callum Smith or David Benavidez or Caleb Plant. The reason I feel that Murata has got the best chance to beat him because he gonna get Canelo out of his element. He gonna get Canelo to come over to Japan and fight him outside his element. So, you know, I don't know how much reach the DAZN have in Japan, but it's really a money grab. But like I said before, if I had to prefer to see one of these fights, I probably prefer to see Billy Joe Saunders, but he ain't been looking that good of late. You know, so it don't matter who Canelo fight. You're going to be way behind the 8 ball. You know, you got to deal with judges. You got to deal with the commission going against you if you fight them in America. And, you know, it is what it is. And Billy Joe Saunders got to understand, you know, it's all negotiations. It's all tactics. They negotiating with Billy Joe. They're negotiating with Murata. They probably negotiating with Callum Smith. You know, it is what it is. You know, Billy can poke fun all you want to, but, and I was explaining this when I talk to Eminem fans and Drake fans or people in rap. When you got fan bases like Eminem and Drake, where you got people that's going to unconditionally follow you and going to be unapologetic no matter if you get popped for a drug test, no matter if you get beat to death by Floyd Mayweather and lose every round, no matter how many fighters you done rob, no matter how dirty and how shady Golden Boy is and how they treat black fighters, how they treat Hispanic fighters. When you got blind witnesses like that, you know, it is nothing you can do. You can show right then and there Canelo cheating. You can show the syringe in his hand. You can show him putting money in the judge's pocket. People, his fan base is gonna turn their eye to that. They're gonna turn their head to that like it ain't never happened before. You know, so when you dealing with that, it is what it is. You know, you fight Canelo, you selling your soul, you selling your record, you selling your integrity to go fight Canelo and lose. Because if you don't knock him out, you're going to lose. And all the stuff that he probably got going on, you're not going to knock Canelo out. You know what I'm saying? Even if you go out there and outpoint him like Floyd Mayweather, just let this sink in. To Andrade, to Charlo, to Billy Joe, to Callum Smith, and anybody else who got, you know, reservations on fight Canelo Alvarez. Let this sink in for a minute. Tag this in your favorite boxer. Tag this part. Screen share it. Screen record it. You can share it on your channel. I don't care. Tag this to your favorite boxer. Right here at the almost the 12-minute mark. I'm going to start it off at it. Right now, tag this to your favorite boxer. Floyd Mayweather outboxed Canelo 12 rounds to nothing. That's not even disputable. And still got a draw on the scorecard. So, Andrade don't have 1% of the star power that Canelo do. Charlo don't. Billy Joe don't. Callum Smith don't. So, if you can't get Canelo to come to your hometown or come to your country to fight, you don't have a chance. That's why Murata might have one of the better chances out there, because he going to have Canelo outside his element. No Nevada State Athletic Commission. No California State Athletic Commission. So, you ain't getting beat that man. So I really don't really care about seeing him fight. If I'm not doing nothing and I'm bored on a Saturday night or something, or Friday night, whenever, Sunday morning he fight, if I'm bored, then yeah, I'll tune in because I ain't got nothing else to do. But if I got something else to do, I'm going to do it. I'm not concerned about watching Canelo fight. He's invincible. He's invincible until he get old. That's the God honest truth. Canelo is invincible. You're not going to beat him. Not in California, not in Nevada, not in New York. You're not going to beat Canelo. They sweeping a lot of things under the rug with Canelo. He worked $330 million to the DAZN. That investment cannot lose to get knocked out. It's just the God honest truth, man. Y'all talking about the Fury count battle. Somebody knock out Canelo, give him a 50 count. So, no, it's invincible to beat him. So y'all need to fight each other and just worry about fighting each other. It is what it is, man. Hey, it's Goodfellas Sports TV. Don't forget, we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out to the email if you have a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video request. Keep sharing the videos. Want to make a donation to the channel? Links in the description. Best way to donate. Share the video. Other than that, let me know what you guys think. I'll link an article in the description about Demetrius Andrade contract. He made a few comments in there. Appreciate the love, support. Check our boxing news playlist, middleweight playlist.